Hello everybody, welcome to this second interaction on quadratic equations. And this video we will take up second exercise, that is 4.2 of this chapter. Let's begin. Before going to into the exercise, what is required at our end and what is on the offering in this exercise, we'll discuss briefly about that. First thing, that we will work on factorization method. To find the roots of the equation or to solve the equation, we will work on factorization method. We should possess basic skills of calculations, right from addition, subtraction to handling brackets and square roots and all that. Zeros of the quadratic polynomial ax square bx plus c, we done is chapter second of this class, is same as the roots of this quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So maximum two roots are possible for the quadratic equation. Nature we have already discussed in the first interaction. Very important one, that learned how to factorize quadratic polynomial by splitting their middle term. We shall use this knowledge for finding the roots of quadratic equation in this exercise. And we should be able to extract or frame quadratic equation from a given situation or word problem. Like I said earlier, that we should possess good language skills. Means we should be able to extract the information in words, from words to the numbers and equations and expressions from a given situation. So all these things are required and on offering in this exercise. Let's move further, and all the best for your endeavor in this exercise. So this is our first question. Find the roots of the following quadratic equations by factorization. Now see, first thing first, means this the standard form of the quadratic equation should be clear in our mind, and we should be able to identify ABC from the given equation. ABC, uh, coefficient of x square, coefficient of x in constant term, right? First thing. Second, what is factorization? Factorization is when we express the given expression in the form of product of its factors. That's factorization. Simple. 12 is equal to 4 into 3. That is a factorization of 12, right? So let's take first question, that is x square minus 3x minus 10 is equal to 0. So what will be the procedure? What procedure will follow? We'll split middle terms in two parts such that their sum should be equal to the v. V means the coefficient of x, this, and their product should be equal to AC, product of A and C, coefficient of x square and constant term, right? In this particular question, the sum should be minus 3 and product should be minus 10. Now see, we'll try to clarify in the beginning this plus and minus phobia. If sum and product both are positive, then there should be no issue. We should simply look for the factors or factorization of this one constant term, right? This constant term, and out of those factorization we'll pick one which suits or which will split the middle term. In case of negative, if product is negative and sum is positive, product of two numbers can only be negative if one of them is a negative, right? One of them will be negative. And if sum is positive, means the greater one will be positive. If sum is negative, then greater one will be negative. Clear? Clear? So this we should clarify in the beginning so that in coming questions will move slightly faster than this first question once we clear this thing. So this is the procedure. This is the procedure. And what is the mathematics behind this? This is actually based on the identity that x plus a into x plus b. We'll write this thing in the form of x plus a into x plus b. X plus a plus x plus b, x plus a into x plus b is equal to x square plus a plus bx plus ab. So that is the mathematics behind this method, and this is the procedure we'll follow. So let's see. Now here, how can we split the middle term so that sum is minus 3? Minus 3, sum is negative, means the greater one or the greater number will be negative. Factorization of 10, 1 is to 10, 2 is to 5. Okay, two factorization are possible. 1 and 10 can never give us 3 in any way. 2 and 5 will give us 3, and we'll need negative 3, so minus 5x plus 2x. Minus 5 plus 2, minus 3, right? Minus 5 into 2, minus 10. So this is satisfied. So this is the splitting of middle term. Next step, we'll first we'll take something common from first two terms and second two terms. The first two term, x square minus 5x, x is common in both, x is taken out common, and within bracket we are left with x from here and minus 5 from here. Plus from these two terms we take 2 common, we are left with x and minus 5. So one trick or one clue for you, that whatever comes inside the bracket in first two terms, okay, that only will be in the second bracket, right? Whatever is here should be here. Now see, there are two ways to find the way: location to destination or destination to location. Okay, so means what should be take common here? If we have done this part within the bracket, we will write this only and then see what can be written outside the bracket. This is the procedures, tactics for solving, right? So now see, by doing so, we found that in these two terms, 1 and 2, x minus 5 is common. So take x minus 5 common, we are left with x plus 2 is equal to 0. So we written this in x plus a into x minus b form, x plus a, x plus b form. So product of two polynomials in this case is equal to 0. It is possible only if one of them is a 0. Either x plus 5 is 0 or x plus 2 is equal to 0, which gives us that x is equal to 5 or x is equal to minus 2. So these are the two roots of a equation x square minus 3x minus 10 is equal to 0, right? Okay, clear? This should be clear to us. First of all, then this should be clear to us. Then we'll talk of splitting and all that, taking common things, right? So let's move to second question. 2x square plus x minus 6 is equal to 0. So in this case, we'll split this term into two parts, so that their sum should be 1 and product should be AC 6, 2 into minus 6, that is minus 12. So what can be those two parts? No, sum is 1, means sum is positive. We'll look at the factorization of 12. 1, 12, 2, 6, 3, 4, right? So 3, 4, their difference will be 1. So we'll split x into 4x minus 3x. Then similarly, something common from these two terms, that is 2x is common, x plus 2 within the bracket minus whatever here is should be here. 3 is common, x plus 2, why this is minus, this is plus, because minus sign is outside the bracket. Then these two terms, x plus 2 is common, we are left with 2x minus 3 is equals to 0. So either of them should be equal to 0, which gives us the value of x is equal to minus 2, or x is equal to 3 upon 2, the two roots of the equation, minus 2 and 3 upon 2. Let's move to next question. Oh, this involves the under roots. So don't get panic by seeing just the under roots in the equation. It's very simple actually. Now see, b is 7, sum should be 7, and a under root 2 into c 5 under root 2. That gives us under root 2 into under root 2, 5 2s are 10. So we'll find no, both are positive. Nothing is negative here. So this is very simple actually. Sum should be 7, 5 plus 2. 5x plus 2x is 7x. 5 into 2 is 10, right? First two terms, x is common. We are left with under root 2x plus 5 plus. Now see, under 2x plus 5 should be here. So write it in before taking common, or if you can take common, under 2 is common. We are left with under 2x plus under 2 is outside, so 5, right? Okay. Then under 2x plus 5 is common in both terms. That is common. We are left with x plus under root 2. Either of them should be equal to 0, which gives us the value of x is equal to minus 5 upon under root 2 or minus under root 2. These are the two roots of the equation. Then next, 2x square minus x plus 1 upon 8. So in this case, b is minus 1. Product of 2 into 1 upon 8, it gives us 1 upon 4, right? Sum should be minus 1. Product is positive. Means both should be negative. How? Let's see. This way, half and half, minus half, minus half, minus 1, right? And 1 upon 2 into 1 upon 2, 1 upon a 4. Minus into minus, plus. 2x is common. We are left with x, and x is outside, 2 is outside, so 1 upon a 4. Now see, when we open this bracket, 1 upon 4 into 2x, it gives us 2 2s are 4. 1 upon 2x, 1 upon 2x. Clear? It's minus 1 upon 2, x minus 1 upon 4 common here. 1 upon 4 is common in both the terms. Take it common, left with 2x minus 1 upon 2. Either of them should be equal to 0, which will give us the value of x as 1 upon 4, 1 upon 4. They are same value, means coincident roots are there for x. 1 upon a x is equal to 1 upon 4. Okay, now solve the problems in given example. Just check out your textbooks. You'll find the example 1. Let's see what kind of problems are there. The two-word problems we'll solve one by one. So first one is John and Jivanti together have 45 marbles. Both of them lost 5 marbles each. And the product of the number of the marbles they now have is 124. We would like to find how many marbles they had to start with. Okay, so let's put this situation or these words in equation. Let's extract the equation. So first of all, let the number of marbles John had x, then Jivanti will have 45 minus x. They lost 5 each. John and Jivanti both of them lost 5 marbles. So John will have x minus 5 marbles and Jivanti will have 45 minus x minus 5, means 40 minus x. And according to question, the product will be equal to 120, 124. So this is the equation. We'll simplify it, right? And we'll get quadratic equation. That's the quadratic equation. Now, again, sum should be 45 minus 45 and product should be 320, 324. So 36 and 9 are the two parts of the term. Then the same procedure. Now see, minus 36 minus 9 minus 45 multiply when minus minus plus 36 into 9, 3 and 24. Something common from first two terms and next two terms. X is common here, minus 9 is common here. We are left x minus 36 within the bracket. So which is common in both terms. Next step we'll take that common and we are left with x minus 9. So either of two, x minus 36 or x minus 9 should be equal to 0 to get 0. So which will give us two values of x, 36 or a 9 x. So hence one of them had 36 marble and other will have x 9 marbles, right? We discussed it earlier that the identity x plus a plus x into x plus b is x squared plus a plus b x plus a. This is the mathematics behind this splitting the middle term, right? Actually we are putting this form into this one, right? We are splitting middle term and we are putting such a way that sum is middle term and product is this last term, in case there is nothing here, right? So this is the mathematics behind this factorization method, splitting the middle term actually. Let's quickly move to second part. A cottage industry produces a certain number of toys in a day. The cost of production of each toy in rupees was found to 55 minus the number of toys, and total cost of production on a particular day was rupees 750. We would like to find the number of toys produced on that day. So let the number of toys produced that day is x. Then according to question, the cost of production of each toy is 55 minus number of toys, that is 55 minus x. Total production cost will be number of toys into cost of each toy, that is equal to 750, right? From here we'll simplify it to get the quadratic equation. This is our quadratic equation. Then split the middle term. Okay, sum should be 55 and product should be 750. 30 plus 25, right? Minus 30 minus 25 gives us minus 55, and when we multiply them, minus minus plus, we'll get 750. Again we'll follow the same procedure. Something x is common from first two terms, minus 25 is common from next two terms, and we'll minus x minus 30 is common in both these terms. We are left with x minus 25. So final is x minus 30 into x minus 25 is equal to 0. Either of them is equal to 0, either x minus 30 or x minus 25, which will give us two values of x, that is 30 or 25. So the number of toys produced on that day is either 30 or 25. Both will satisfy the situation. Find two numbers whose sum is 27 and product is that one number is x, sum is 27, then other number will be 27 minus x. So product, according to question, the product should be equal to 182. So x, one number, 27 minus x, second number is equal to 182. We'll solve this, simplify this to get the quadratic equation, right? So minus sign is here, minus a plus y. We are multiplying both sides by minus 1. So minus will be plus, plus will be minus. Then splitting the middle term. So the 14 and 13 are two parts of this 27, which gives us product 182. Then we follow the same procedure. X is common from these first two terms, 13 is common from these two terms, and further x minus 14 is common in both these two terms. So we'll take out further x minus 14 common and we are left with x minus 13 is equal to 0. So either of them, x minus 14 or x minus 13, is equal to 0, which will give us two values of x is equal to 14 or x is equal to 13. So numbers are 14 and 13. Let's see one more question. Find two consecutive positive integers, sum of whose square is 365. consecutive positive integer. One is x, other one will be x plus 1. Their square will be x square and x plus 1 whole square. According to question, the sum is equal to 365. We'll simplify it and to get the quadratic equation like this: x square plus x minus 182 is equal to 0. Right? We'll divide throughout by 2 in this step to get this. Further, by splitting the middle term, again 14 minus 13 is x, and 14 into 13 is minus 182 because 1 is negative. And we'll follow the same procedure. X is common in first two terms here, 13 is common in next two terms, minus 13 is taken outside, that's why this is plus sign. Remember these small things to avoid the mistakes in questions and calculations. So x minus 14 is common in both. We'll take this common. We are left with x from here and minus 13 from here is equal to 0. So either x plus 14 is equal to 0 or x minus 13 is equal to 0, which will give us two values of x, that is minus 14 or x is equal to 13. But since we are talking of positive integers, right? So our integers will be 13 and 14. This is how this is done, right? So let's see. One more question is there. The altitude of a right triangle is 7. So let's first draw this right triangle. Base is, let base is x, then altitude will be x minus 7, and hypotenuse is given us that 13 centimeter, right? So let's put in this this in word by, we know that in a right triangle the hypotenuse square is equal to the square of other two sides. This is Pythagoras rule. We'll study the same theorem in chapter 6, triangles. So this is Pythagoras rule. So put hypotenuse square 13 square is equal to the square of other two sides. One side is x, one is x minus 7. X square plus x minus 7 whole square is equal to 13 square. We'll solve it and we'll simplify it to get the quadratic equations, and we'll get x square minus 7x minus 60 is equal to 0. Further, now see here, sum should be minus 7, product should be minus 16. Both are negative, so we'll take one positive, one negative, greater one will be negative. So minus 12 plus 5, 12 5 is 60, minus 12 plus 5 minus 7. Again, x is common in first two terms, 5 is common in the next two terms, which will give us x minus 12 is common in both these two terms, and taking x minus 12 common, we are left with x plus 5 is equal to 0. So either x minus 12 is equal to 0 or x plus 5 is equal to 0 will give us two values of x, 12 or minus 5. Since base cannot be negative, so base comes out to be 12 centimeter and altitude x minus 7, 12 minus 7, that is 5 centimeter. Okay, so this is how this question is done. So this is exercise 4.2. So I'm leaving you with a small positive thought for the day, that we should see dreams first and then we should hold on to them. Okay, hold on to your dreams. Just believe that you can. Nothing is going to stop you. And that's the story of man. If we have enough belief in ourselves, we believe in yourself, right? And thank you for watching.